about the science of dementia prevention, but it's a very emotional and personal film for me because it follows my mom, who for many years suffered from a rare form of dementia called Lewy body dementia, which is akin to having both Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's disease at the same time.
That's what Robin Williams had.
That's what Robin Williams had, yeah. And it's a rare condition. It affects about 1 million people in the United States, but it's a dementia, and dementia is now a soaring public health problem. And there's a lot of controversy within the field. The last time I was here, we talked about, fraud in the research space with regard to the prevailing hypothesis as to what causes Alzheimer's disease, which is the most common form of dementia. And actually, finally, over the past month, that paper was finally retracted. It took 2 years. But
could you explain to everybody what the fraud was?
Yeah, so basically, among the dementias, Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of it, and that affects about 6 million people in the United States. And since it was first named in 1906 by physician Alois Alzheimer, the prevailing hypothesis as to what causes Alzheimer's disease, dubbed the amyloid hypothesis, has been that this plaque, formed by a precursor protein called amyloid beta, accumulates in the brain. And by finding a drug that can potentially extract those plaques from the brain, from the extracellular space around neurons, that we could essentially cure the disease. That the causal factor in the condition was ultimately this amyloid beta protein, which forms the plaque. And trial after trial had been a dismal failure, and it wasn't looking good until in 2006, a paper was published in Nature, which for any scientist publishing in Nature, it's like winning an Academy Award. And that paper, essentially, what that did was it allegedly identified this variant of amyloid beta that connected the plaque to the cognitive dysfunction, so the most important clinical feature of Alzheimer's disease. Because for a long time, it was known that cognitively healthy people accumulate plaque in their brains, and that plaque doesn't seem to correlate with cognitive impairment or anything like that.